The first 3 verses of Isaiah 18 describes America to a T. I learned about this in Roy Hicks' book, Another Look at the Rapture. The commentator Matthew Henry says this chapter in the Bible is one of the most obscure in Scripture. In other words, no one can figure out what nation they're talking about. America didn't exist at the time that Isaiah wrote this. The book only contains 7 verses, but it tells the complete story of America's Great Awakening, which I think is right around the corner. The Bible talks about the former and latter rain coming in one giant deluge of signs, wonders, miracles, the likes of which the world has never seen. Jeremiah, Hosea, Joel, Zechariah, and James talk about the former and latter rains. And Amos 9:13-15 says in the Message Bible, things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other. You won't be able to keep up. Everything will be happening at once, and everywhere you look, blessings, blessings, like wine pouring off the mountains and hills. I'll make everything right again for Israel, my people. America will be the center of attention. The greatest miracles of all times multiplied exponentially, done by everyday people. Limbs growing back, blind eyes opening, every disease totally healed. There will be then a rapture of the church, just before the tribulation. And that's where Isaiah 18 picks up, right after the rapture and just at the beginning of the tribulation. And the sum up of this is America is across the waters from the Middle East. America is symbolized by eagle's wings. America is scattered, that is settled by the immigrants. America is clean shaven. America has been awesome from the beginning. America has been meted out, that is divided into farms and ranches and industrial centers. It has been trodden down, that is leveled out for roadways. America is divided by many rivers, and America is the second in the world for the most rivers. And America, when America raises a flag, everyone pays attention. And when America blows a trumpet, everybody listens. I believe America is finally entering her greatest hour of sending the gospel all over the world. So now I'll go back to Isaiah 18 to show you where I got all those America is, America was, etc. So, so many people are taken to heaven after the rapture. America cannot defend herself, and all her enemies attack. And God does not lift a finger. Why? Because he already has the precious fruit of the earth in the rapture. What happens to America after the rapture? This is what it says. It's so cool. In verse 1, it starts out with, woe, disaster, calamity to the land shadowed with wings, or eagle's wings. America has always been symbolized by eagles. Then it says, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, meaning far away from the Middle East. Verse 2, go to the land that sends ambassadors by the sea in vessels upon the waters. They send people by the sea because they can't get to the Middle East, to Israel, to Ethiopia, to anything over there by land. And commentator Adam Clarke says, he's 400 years ago, says this description doesn't fit any country of that day. Go, now this is continuing in verse 2. Go, swift messengers. Now those are the people attacking America. Go, swift messengers, to a nation scattered and peeled. Scattered describes the pilgrims, the frontiersmen, the immigrants scattered everywhere. Peeled means clean shaven. America was the first to give razors to soldiers. Go, again, go, these enemies, go to a people terrible. Terrible meaning awesome. Awesome from the beginning is what it says. This is so cool. I just am getting it on a whole new level. America has always been successful since our beginning. Overnight, the leading nation of the world, defeated England and winning every war until just recently, of course. Go to a nation meted out and trodden down. Meted out means divided up into farms and ranches and industrial centers, and trodden down, leveling the ground out, leveling the hills to make all the roadways. Go, again, go to these attackers. Go to a land the rivers have spoiled. Roy Hicks says that this is nourished. And I think it could mean spoiled, could mean the rivers divided up America. I looked up that word spoiled in other versions and the concordance, but I'm happy to know that the rivers spoiled, and I would call that divided up this land. And guess what? America is the number 2 nation in the world for the most rivers. We have 28, and Russia has 36, Verse 3, all you inhabitants of the world. Now this is still describing this land that the enemies of God are coming to attack after the rapture. And it says, go to a land the rivers have spoiled. I read that. And then all you inhabitants, go to the same, go again, all ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers of the earth, when he lifts up a flag, pay attention. Is that not America? When he blows a trumpet, listen up. In verse 4, it explains why God is not stepping in to help America at this time. The Message Bible says, for so the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest. Actually, that's the King James. And in the Message, I will quietly look from my dwelling. In other words, I won't help the U.S. after the rapture. I already have my harvest. Verse 3, the first 3 verses, I already read that, sorry, wrong page. Because, and this is still part of what I was just reading, why he didn't lift a finger when the attack came, because he cuts off the shoots with pruning hooks, and the spreading branches he lops off and clears away. In other words, he will take the saved and leave the unsaved. That's all in verse 5, 4 and 5. And in verse 6, this is so good. This ties it all together. They shall all be left to the birds of prey, the vultures of the mountains. So all these dead people, remember, there's nobody to help, nobody to bury the dead. The raptured people are at the marriage supper of the Lamb. All these people who did not accept Christ are attacked by other entities who want to crush whatever's left of America. So these people, these dead bodies are all over the place, and the vultures are eating them, and the birds of prey they will be left to the birds of prey of the mountains and to the beasts of the earth. And the birds of prey will summer on them. So all summer long, the birds will be eating these dead bodies, and all the beasts of the earth will winter on them. So all winter long, the beasts, all the other animals will be coming out and gnawing away, it's gruesome, at these dead bodies. At that time, now this is verse 7, and this is what gives us that blessed hope. At that time shall a gift be brought unto the Lord. In other words, at that time, just before this whole description of the attack, at that time shall a gift be brought unto the Lord. The gift, the harvest, the rapture of a people scattered and peeled, from a people terrible from their beginning, a nation meted out and trodden down, whose land the rivers divided, to a place. Now, where did all these people get? Where did this gift be brought to? Where was this gift brought to? To a place of the name of the Lord of hosts, the Mount Zion. The harvest of souls has been brought to the heavenly Mount Zion. So again, to sum it all up, America is across the water from the Middle East. America is symbolized by eagle's wings. America is scattered, that is settled by the immigrants. America is clean shaven. America has been awesome from the beginning. America has been meted out, that's divided into farms, ranches, etc. America has been trodden down, leveled out for the highways and roadways. America is divided by many rivers, second most rivers in the world. And when America raises the flag, everyone pays attention. When America blows the trumpet, everyone listens. I believe America is finally entering into her greatest hour of sending the gospel all over the world so that billions, I mean, we got 7 billion maybe on the earth right now. Don't you think God could scratch together 2 or 3 billion? We're going to see such miracles, signs and wonders and miracles. Read a book about Azusa Street. AZUSA happened in 1906. The miracles that happened. The miracles that happened. The revivals that happened. Wow. On Louis, so many wonderful accounts of great awakenings. And here we are at the precipice of the greatest one in human history. And we have been called, like Esther, for just such a time as this.